Is the point 7, 0, 1 on the line 1 minus t 0, 1, 1 plus t 2, 4, negative 3? How do we check if a point, in this case 7, 0, 1, is on a line? In this case, we're looking at a 2-point form of the line. For a point to be on a line like this, we should be able to find a single value for t that when plugged in makes the line over here equal to our point 7, 0, 1. So here's what we would start to do. We would ask, can we solve this equation for a single value for t? So we can simplify. One other approach is to first convert your line into parametric form. That works quite well. And that's secretly what we're doing here. So if you're comfortable changing between line forms, that's a great approach. Okay, now simplify the right-hand side a bit more. 0 plus 2t is 2t. 1 minus t plus 4t will be 1 plus 3t. 1 minus t plus negative 3t will be 1 minus 4t. So now we want to solve for the value of t that makes this equation true. So if we compare the first components, we'll need 7 to be 2 times t. We'll need 0 to be 1 plus 3t. And finally, the third components will also need to be equal. We'll need 1 to be 1 minus 4t. So now we just try and solve for the values of t in each of these equations. And if we get the same value for t for each one, then 7, 0, 1 is on the line. If we get different values for t, then the point is not on the line. So if we take the first equation here, divide both sides by 2, we'll get t is 7/2, which is about 3.5 if you've got a calculator. But remember, calculators aren't going to be allowed on tests. So if all the other values of t are 3.5, then yes, 7, 0, 1 is on the line. So let's solve the next one. Bring the negative 1 over, or bring the 1 over to the other side by making it negative 1. Negative 1 is 3t. Divide by 3 on both sides. Negative 1/3 is t. But we just said t is 7/3. These two values of t are different. So automatically I can see 7, 0, 1 is not on the line, because we got different values of t. Each value of t corresponds to a point. Every point on the line has a single value of t. Now, if you wanted to go a little bit further, you could simplify the last equation and solve for t and get that t should be 0. So again, we get a different value for t. But all it took was 2 different values. We didn't need 3 different values. I was just showing off the last equation there. So no, 7, 0, 1 is not on this line.